This week, we discuss Meta4 Capital creating an NFT fund and Elon Musk changing a person's life. Also, we highlight the NFT project Fast Food Frens. Stay tuned and welcome to NFTs with Keys. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell for all that NFT news you need. Also, comment below. It helps with the YouTube algorithms.
Please. I haven't been able to feed my family. The algorithm hasn't been working.
Oh, you're ridiculous, Rick.
I know.
Okay, so I'm gonna start this off with the Meta4 Capital. They created a $100 million fund for NFTs, and not just any NFTs. They're specifically going to go after rare NFTs.
Okay.
So it has backing by Andreessen Horowitz, which is a huge venture capitalist or venture capital company.
Okay.
So VCs. And they're one of the largest and most well-connected VC firms.
Okay.
So Meta4 Capital still needs to raise some of the funds, and it's unclear how much they're putting. Andreessen Horowitz is putting up, so it'll be kind of interesting to see how that plays out. They stated that the fund has stated that NFTs are the most interesting and entertaining and lucrative subsection of the cryptocurrency asset class.
No doubt.
Which is obvious. I mean, think about how much money NFTs have made. We're talking in the billions of dollars. So it was bound to happen by the time, a VC comes in and starts wanting to get their hands into it. And it's no surprise that it's one of the biggest, if not the biggest. Ariana Simpson, general partner at Andreessen Horowitz, said, quote, NFTs are the driving force behind a new generation of internet products and services that are sharing value directly between millions of developers, artists, collectors, and even gamers that participate rather than platforms that simply act as a middleman.
Yep.
So they clearly know what they're doing here, and they clearly know that this is a very lucrative opportunity to get into. Yep. And again, since it sounds like they're going after rare NFTs, I mean, hopefully, you artists, you developers that are creating projects, like hopefully they pick you up, because it's probably going to be a ton of money towards you. But again, they are going after rare ones. So my guess would probably be Bored Apes, CryptoPunks, Meebits. If the Mecha-verse did really well, then that'd probably be another one. Maybe they might go after those.
I'd want one just to have one because of everything that happened. I mean, when's the last time you've seen Forbes do an article on an NFT?
Yesterday.
Oh, well, yeah, I don't keep my finger on that pulse, but you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying. I do know what you're saying. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like we can kind of discuss like if this is good or bad. I'm kind of torn because I think part of it is good because it's going to bring an influx of money. It's only 100 million, which sounds crazy to say only 100 million because that's more money than I'll probably ever see in my life. Maybe. I don't know.
This is why they laughed at Dr. Evil and Austin Powers.
Yeah, like $100 million.
Welcome to crypto world. Yeah, I want $1 billion. Okay.
Yeah, sure. So it's like, I think it could be good and could be bad. I mean, having more money like that, if a new project kind of like the Mecha-verse, when that came out, if this fund was there, they probably would have been dropping tons of money instantly in the beginning just to get a hold of it because of the hype on it. Yeah. So I think that could be good, but I also don't know how I feel about I don't want to call it dark money, but it almost seems like dark money because think about the VCs. Like, I mean, most of the time people in the art community, art usually gets ruined by big money. And this is big money. That's
true. Yeah, I mean, that is true. But you also have to understand, like, these NFTs going around, these things are bigger money than most I don't want to call it real art versus NFT, but most physical art that's out there. Yeah. Like the price of some of these NFTs that are being sold is the equivalent of me buying a Da Vinci, or like it's insane to think about it in terms of dollars to dollars, but $5 million painting. I want a Van Gogh. Some of these NFT artists are making more than a Van Gogh.
Well, I mean, think about the Beeple sale. One of the most famous sales. That was 69 point something million dollars.
Point case.
And that's more than some Rembrandts or some like Picasso or Van Gogh.
People
or
have doctorates studying these paintings.
Yeah, and do you know what's going to be interesting is people have doctorates to study these paintings. What happens in 100 years? They're going to have doctorates to study NFT art.
That's going to be a weird.
That's going to be really
that's
weird.
Where we're at. You know, we're here.
Yeah. I'm gonna move it on to something a little more fun. Plus, you know, Wu-Tang is for the children. Wu-Tang is for everybody. Pleaser Dow actually bought the Wu-Tang album Once Upon a Time in Shaolin, the one that Pharma Bro bought and then went to jail right after he bought it.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
One. Yeah. So that album, Pleaser Dow actually bought it. And it's actually kind of interesting because it's not really NFT news per se, but there has been, you know, some people saying that that album is the original NFT.
I'm people. I've been saying that. This guy.
But yeah, so it's because it's a one of one. It comes in this really crazy bejeweled bespoke kind of box. It's really insane. I mean, again, Wu-Tang is for the kids. You know, it's for the children. But yeah, so the Pleaser Dow bought this album for $4 million. I'm not sure if they paid cash or in crypto. I couldn't find. I would assume crypto, but I don't think. I don't know who technically owns it because did Scarelli get it taken away, or is he selling, or did he sell it?
I'll put it to you this way:
I want to know
if
more.
it can be purchased. And we're talking about it. That tells me the purchase was legal.
Yeah.
It's probably been either given away or taken away, and that they now have the rights to it, which means that I might be able to listen to it.
No, you won't, unless and I'll get to that. I'll get to that in a moment because there's rules to this album. In order to own it, there's rules to it.
Oh, I got to give a blood sacrifice. Continue.
Sort of. There is a claim. Like I said, there was the claim that you said you're one of those people that it's one of the first NFTs, but that is debatable. It's not on a blockchain or whatever. So okay, but and also an interesting fact about this might actually not be an authorized Wu-Tang album.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So the producer Cleva Rings, he's the one that actually produced the whole album. It wasn't the RZA, and so RZA didn't produce it. None of the members knew that it was for a Wu-Tang album.
Really?
So yeah, a lot of the members weren't on board technically because like they kind of just threw a throwaway lyric or a verse.
Okay.
And so there's some quotes from some of the members. Not specifically, I don't know specifically who said it, but some said like, "Oh, it was garbage. I'd throw that verse away. I would never use that on a real like Wu-Tang track."
Oh, okay.
And then and other people were like, "Ah, it's okay. Like, yeah, sure, fine." So it's kind of interesting. No one really knew, but the RZA. The RZA was the only member that was on board and supported it. So, is it a Wu-Tang album if RZA supports it and was on board, or is it not a Wu-Tang album? Anyways, moving on. So Pleaser Dow said they plan to play the album at charity events, and that's important.
Okay.
Because that's the only time you can actually listen to it is if it's being played out loud.
I'm okay with this.
Okay, so due to a legal agreement that has to be signed before you become an owner of the album, you're not allowed to duplicate the album at all or share the music digitally.
Okay.
Or you'll be sued into like 20 years ago.
So then all I have is a CD?
Yeah, I think it might be a vinyl or a CD. But
okay.
The only time
then it's got limited number of plays too then. Wow.
So again, kind of going back to it, is it not the original NFT?
Wow.
You know? Yeah, and so also what they did to kind of make it an NFT, so it obviously isn't the OG NFT, but they minted an NFT deed of ownership for the album.
Okay. That's cool.
So the contract is basically on the blockchain.
That's pretty cool.
So now you know. So I think that's kind of interesting. So if they technically wanted to sell it, they could sell the deed, and then that person would own it.
Until the physical property is destroyed because of contractually.
Well, no, but then if the physical property is destroyed, then it's gone because you can't put it on digitally.
Yep.
So
and you know what's crazy is since it has to be played out loud unless you're violating contract, no one's ever going to really just you're going to want to get the best speaker environment that you can. Oh, I wish.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, okay, also a little cool or a little fun fact here too. Pleaser Dow calls the clan the OG DAO, you know, DAO standing for Decentralized Autonomous Organization, which I kind of love it, you know, as a Wu-Tang fan. Yeah, Wu-Tang forever, Wu-Tang for life. So yeah, going on to this Elon Musk story that I thought was kind of interesting.
The Doge father.
Yeah, the meme lord himself. So he retweeted a meme by this chick, Eva Balin, and that night she ended up minting the meme that she made, and it sold the same day.
We're at that point now, huh, guys? We're minting pop culture.
Yeah, it's been happening. What do you think the NBA Top Shots are?
I know. We've had entire shows about people making probably tons of money off of them minting these two.
Well, I mean,
by the way, Logan Paul, hit me up. Jake Paul, you too. Both of you, but both the Pauls.
You know, you don't know.
It's Jake Paul. Yeah, I get it. I call Logan for the Pokemon cards, Jake for the punches.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, I mean, like this whole meme culture is now really getting sales in the NFT space. I mean, the creepy girlfriend one I think sold a while back, and the little kid who burned down the house meme or whatever, that one sold recently. But so yeah, the meme in question is I think it's pretty funny. It's showing a man and a woman laying down, watching Bitcoin and Ethereum prices. Bitcoin being at $69,000 and Ethereum at 4,200 or 69,420. You get it. Bitcoin hasn't hit that yet, so we'll see. But yeah, so the meme's name is actually called. It actually has a name. I didn't know this, that memes had names, but yeah, this one's called "Love in the Time of Web3." Yeah, you did not like that one. I thought it was funny. I'm sorry.
I mean, you know, I don't want to believe there's a bubble, but this feels very bubbly.
Well, yeah, the meme NFTs are a bubble for sure.
We've got. I mean, but are we close to all of this popping? To when NFTs can stable out and I can go off as a normal person and buy an NFT and not have to hope to God that I have
what do I always tell you this though? 95% of all NFTs are going to be worthless in 10 years, 20 years.
Yes.
There's only going to be a small subset that are going to end up being worth something because the artist is big or whatever. So it's like these people might as well make your money in the meme stuff. But is the memed NFTs a bubble? Yeah. Will it pop? Yeah. Hopefully soon.
Tomorrow? Please?
It's not going to happen tomorrow.
Wise up, please.
But yeah, you know, it's funny because Balin actually said something pretty funny. Quote, "The ultimate prize of memeology is for the ultimate meme lord to use your meme."
Yeah, it's like you remember Thanks Obama? Yeah. When Obama went on there and he put the cookie in and it didn't fit in the milk. Thanks Obama. Wrap it up. Subreddits were closed. The United States, that's it. He did it. We're done here. Thanks Obama.
So yeah, she also said she was over the moon that he reposted it. And so here's where it kind of gets really interesting. The meme went for 5 wrapped ETH or about $19,800.
Wow.
So Balin got the idea from another Twitter user, and she even ended up sharing the profits with that user, which I thought was pretty cool. And then she went on to say, wow, I can't talk. She went on to say that, she's going to drop basically all the money back into the NFT community, which is a pretty normal thing in the NFT community. If you make a sale, you end up buying stuff from other people that you couldn't afford when you didn't have 19 grand. You know, I mean, I would probably pay my debt off. So please subscribe so we can get monetized.
Please.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, the meme has already been put back up on the market pretty much. And right now it's being sold for 69.42 wrapped ETH or about 275K. And it already has an offer for 6.94, which is 27,000, and Balin will receive 15% of any sale because it's her NFT. Which is kind of cool. I mean, like, good for you, girl, but like, I really don't know about this meme NFT stuff. I hope it does go away. So we'll see what happens, but hey, you go, girl. I'm glad you get your money. Keep making it, you know. Another thing that's I'm going to talk about is Fanatics. I don't know if you know what Fanatics is. It's kind of like a sports, it's like digital sports website. They do a bunch of stuff. Like in the future, they want to do like trading cards for sports and stuff like that.
Okay.
But they've entered the NFT space with a project called Candy Digital. Candy Digital, again, is their NFT venture.
Okay.
They just secured some more funding. They've secured $100 million in funding, putting the venture at an estimated value of $1.5 billion in sales.
Wow.
Which is roughly about what I think NFTs did in sales in Q3. In Q3, I think they did 1.5 billion in sales. So like that's a pretty hefty amount. Again, Fanatics is a huge company, so it'll be kind of interesting. And part of that round of funding that they got, the 100 million, some of the investors are NFL Hall of Famer Peyton Manning, as well as Vision Fund 2 and Insight Partners. So again, you don't know how much Peyton put into it, how much he's an owner of it, but when you get a backing like that, it's pretty big. So Candy Digital was launched this past June. It runs on Ethereum, and it's trying to compete with Dapper Labs for sports NFTs. Mm-hmm. And I think this is where they're going to be really hurt in their venture, is because the only contract they have, because again, the exclusive contracts for the NFL and the NBA are with Dapper Labs.
Right.
And so the only one that they have is the MLB, which, don't get it wrong, that's America's pastime. But it went from a national sport to a regional sport in the last 10 years, mainly due to the steroid stuff. And a lot of the, people stopped watching because once you got rid of steroids, baseball wasn't as fun.
Wait. So I'm on the side of the fence where I think baseball is the most boring game in the world. Game of patience.
Have you watched golf? Yeah.
All right, I'll go. Second most boring game in the world.
Thank you.
Okay. Unless golf turns out to be like Happy Gilmore. It rarely does.
Never.
But it was better with steroids?
During Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, Barry Bonds.
People were hitting real homers.
Home runs.
We're going home, baby.
Home runs were everything. I mean, think about, we had 3 different people chasing home run records.
Oh, now it's like soccer, 0-0 games. A good game. We're going into the 15th inning.
Well, yeah, I mean, don't get it wrong. Baseball has evolved and whatever, but the sport of baseball went from a national sport where, Iowa doesn't have a professional baseball team.
Iowa had a professional baseball team?
No, they do not.
Oh.
And so Iowa doesn't. So when it was a national sport, Iowans would watch baseball, would watch the team that's in the next state over, or whatever team that they loved. But now people in Iowa, they don't watch baseball because it's a regional sport.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I went out with one of my friends recently. We went to go get food. Hey, can we watch this game? Yeah, sorry, we don't carry that here. Oh, wow. I thought everyone carried baseball if you have a TV.
Well, and it depends. I mean, it's like, we're in Southern California. We have what? 3 baseball teams between the Dodgers, the Angels, and the Padres. It's a regional sport.
Wait, the Padres are a California team?
They're San Diego.
Huh. Damn, I really had no idea.
You really don't know sports.
No, I didn't even know we had 3.
I feel like we could do a whole skit or a segment of Rick knows sports. I'm totally stealing that from another show. If anyone actually watches this and knows what show I did,
Rick knows sports.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. So that's the thing is places that they don't have a professional team, they don't watch it. That's why it's become a regional sport. It's not as a national sport. So I think that's going to end up backfiring for them if they're trying to compete with Dapper. And Dapper, again, just signed a contract with the NFL, and they've been killing it with NBA Top Shot stuff. So it's just, I don't see it going well for them, but it'll be interesting. The baseball crowd is super hardcore, and they have a lot of money. I should know. I work at an auction house at the moment, and I literally see. I ran across 4 of the Holy Grail cards in the last 3 weeks. I held $16 million in baseball cards, 4 cards, and people buy that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally I see it all the time. I watched a guy spend $130,000 on 2 baseball cards.
I watched a guy on YouTube spend the same amount for Pokemon cards.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, though. So it'll be interesting. Again, I think Dapper has the better contracts for this. So, it'll be interesting to see what happens.
That's cool.
But I hope the best for them. They have a bunch of money, and we'll see what happens. Another little thing that I just kind of wanted to bring up because I thought it was interesting, and I guess it's a project, but anyway, Playboy.
Oh.
They've launched an NFT project, but a PFP project, which is weird because most of these companies don't do a PFP project. They just release 20 or 100 NFTs or 20,000 NFTs of 1,000 editions of one type or something, and have a tier system. But this is going to be a PFP project, and they're calling them rabbit tars, because they're metaverse avatars, but they're going to be 3D modeled rabbits that are based off of the classic logo.
I mean, why not? It's easy. You might as well do it.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to be 8-bit like Playboy bunnies, but this is even easier.
Well, no, actually, the designing would be a lot different, or a lot harder. I mean, you'll see it on the screen.
Yeah.
So it's like they're 3D models of them, so they're not like 8-bit like, or pixel art stuff. It's not like something easy or quote unquote easy to do.
Right.
3D art does take a little bit more design, but I'm sure they run it through an AI program to create all the traits and the variations. So each of the rabbit characters are given unique traits, including background color, fur, glasses, props, and some other rare traits are for others. They haven't really announced what those specific traits might be. I mean, I did see one that had a cigar in the mouth. Maybe that's supposed to, obviously a reference to Hugh.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that might be more rare. Maybe you might get a male looking rabbit with a cigar and like the smoking jacket. That's probably the rarest. I'd have to be for Hugh Hefner.
Mm-hmm. Yes, for Hugh.
You know what I mean? So like you would assume so.
Right.
So, and this is the really cool thing about this project is the Rabbitars serve as a modern keys to the Playboy Club. So if you own one,
oh, that's cool. I'm with it.
So if you own one, it grants you exclusive access to member events,
The grotto.
merchandise, and artwork. Interesting fact about the grotto, it's really disgusting.
Everything that I've seen on the grotto.
No. I've heard stories from people who went there. Is like when it's a slow night and like none of the girls are there to like do anything. They would just go down the street down to Hollywood and pick up some hookers, like some really gross ones, and just. Yeah.
In the grotto.
So I mean, maybe the grotto was cool in the 80s. As it got further, it did not get that cool.
I don't think it was any better in the 80s. In fact, it might have been sleazier in the 80s.
Probably. So anyways, moving forward with this, the company has stated that they plan to continue to expand in the world of NFTs, blockchain, and Web3. So it'll be kind of interesting to see what Playboy wants to do. I do think Playboy is being smart by seeing that the metaverse is coming. I think that's what they're going to do. And since they are a pornographic company, yeah, you can already see where this is
I read
going.
it for the article, sir.
People used to.
I still do. Still do.
This guy.
The producer.
The producer comes out of nowhere and he's like Maxim, like, let's be honest. Okay. So this drop is happening October 26th. So by the time this video's out, it'll probably have already dropped. They're not really cheap, but not really expensive. The drop price is 0.1953 Ethereum, which is really weird. I don't know why. 1953.
Ha! Nice.
I get it. I get it now. That's clever. I like it. So the link will be in the description if this is something you like. So hey, go for it. I don't know. I'm kind of down to look into it. My producer just gave me a thumbs up, so I think he's gonna buy one. So I'm kind of down to see what he gets out of it. It'd be kind of cool. I mean, I'm not that big into Playboy, although I do have some Playboys from like the 70s.
We've gone and talked about so many NFTs that sell for 0.2 keys that bump up to millions. I don't care for Playboy. I care for the money.
See, but that's the problem. You shouldn't be going into NFTs for the money. Go into it for the art.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm really looking for that fine Hugh Hefner looking Playboy bunny so that I can hold on to it and watch it appreciate in value, and then feel really, real hurt when I sell that because I'm gonna be missing my art. I'm feeling real hurt.
Oh, hurt. Real hurt
in my Tesla.
Okay.
Cybertruck.
Oh my God. Are they even on sale? No. Anyways.
Probably not.
So I know I kind of just highlighted an NFT project, but this is the portion of the show where I do highlight an NFT project. I was kind of struggling this week. I just couldn't figure something I really wanted to do. And one of my buddies kept telling me to do Fast Food Frens.
Okay.
It's a PFP project that the design's focused to look kind of like the pixel art stuff, kind of like CryptoPunks. There was 5,555 friends minted.
Okay.
The minting happened on August 28th and sold out in about 48 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. So clearly there is a good community there.
Okay.
The mint price at launch was 0.029 plus gas, so really affordable.
Right.
The promotion it went on with no promotion, just organic growth. So clearly that tells you it's a pretty solid community. Kind of just to tell you what they look like too. I mean, obviously the viewers will see already, but so imagine, pixel art.
Right.
Imagine a frog that's a fry cook at McDonald's.
Like, is it a still? Is it animated?
No, it's just a still.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
48 hours completely sold out?
48 hours.
Well, I mean, what's this community really look like then?
They're friends. You're so confused. You're like, what?
It does not compute. I'm over here like, I got all this math going on in my head, and I'm still broke. Where's my NFTs?
Yeah. So the creators, they want to bring true utility to the holders of the franchise.
Okay.
You see what they did there? Yeah.
That's cute.
I thought that was kind of interesting. So the roadmap, or as they call it, the fry map.
Of course they do.
Yeah. Number one was airdrop care packages. Obviously, the first part was to drop it, but the first part after the drop is airdrop called care package. This drop was already done and apparently contained essential items ranging from like a Wendy's backpack to diamond spatulas to like pizza cutters and other NFTs that go along with it.
Okay.
So those were airdrop to holders that owned them after the minting. So again, and those things are on OpenSeas and they are selling. I mean, let alone they're cheaper, but those are another way for you to have, some value in the project. So that could be passive value. Let's say Fast Food Frens ends up blowing up. Just those sub NFTs of Fast Food Frens will be worth something. So that's kind of an interesting, take on it. That's true. Yeah. And so number two of their fry map is another airdrop called Nice. This is set for Q4, but they haven't really announced what it was supposed to be. But the creators have been saying they want to give back to the community. But it was moved back due to another project that's pretty similar to them doing something really similar, and they didn't want to copy it.
Okay.
So they ended up moving it back. So they are announcing step 3 early. It was supposed to be in November, which I'll get to in a second, but now they're doing it in October because of that issue. So step 3 of their roadmap or fried map is fries, which it sounds like they're going to do a token. More infos to come. Like I said, they said November, but it's coming. It sounds like at the end of this month, end of October. So basically, it sounds like they're going to issue tokens out to holders during these airdrops, and the holders will then be able to, generate passive income, assuming that these, tokens go somewhere.
Okay.
Or if not, I mean, maybe you can, maybe their fries token will have a partnership with another one, and those DeFi Degans can get out there and really and they can really make some money doing it that way, flipping a few million fries for a burger patty so they can trade it in for some Phantom and then sell it to Ada to make it for Ethereum.
And they feed it to their axes.
That's honestly how that stuff works. It's crazy. The DeFi world is insane. Step 4 of the Fry map is a merch shop. They plan on dropping merch in Q4 or Q1 in 2022. The merch shop is going to be exclusively only for the holders. So no one, if you ever see someone wearing a French or Fast Food Frens shirt, that they own a Fast Food Friend. Or did own at some point while they bought the merch.
Fast Food Frens, hit us up. Throw an NFT our way. Throw a shirt our way. I will be more than happy to walk out there with my Fast Food Friends shirt and or hat.
I mean, they're not that expensive. So, I mean, they are like 0.1 ETH, I think, or something like that. I mean, I'll get to that. I think I made a point of what they were at this morning before recording, but they're 0.1 Ethereum, so or more. So it's kind of clearly more expensive than their drop. But their minting price was so low, it's like no wonder it sold out. But the fact that if you bought one at mint and now it's 0.1, that's 3 times, 4 times.
I'm almost. I don't want to say that on camera. I need to get into the NFT space.
What do you think I have you on the show for? I've been trying.
I just feels like we could do some real good NFT artwork out there.
That's what I've been saying. Anyways, I don't
Sorry,
want.
guys.
Yeah, no, sorry. Sidebar right there. So yeah, again, the merch store will be for exclusive holders. Each item will be limited edition, so there'll be a finite amount of them. And they also said whatever money that they're gonna make off of the merch store is gonna go directly into future drops or
That's cool.
for the community. So that's again, that's the community that they're building here. Number 5 is a companion. The creators, they haven't said or revealed what it is yet. They said in November that they're sometime in November. I think they said the 14th or 15th that they're going to drop some information. Since it's called a companion, my guess is that it's going to be, probably like, I don't know, the ice cream machine dude.
Oh, yeah.
Or something like that. Or maybe because you're supposed to be a fry cook, maybe it's, a burger flipper. Maybe, maybe a cashier. I don't know. But it sounds like they're going to send you some sort of another NFT. So it'll be interesting. And the first dibs for those go to the holders. And then obviously if the holders, they have leftover, I'm sure they'll just sell them on the on OpenSea. Yeah. And the last part of their fry map, which I thought was kind of weird. It's the last part because it's the easiest thing to do, is a lo-fi YouTube channel.
Someone...
No, well, lo-fi like hip hop.
Frying,
yeah. Well, it's kind of like it sounds like what they want to do is do the lo-fi girl and have like continuously like every day, 24 hours, 7 days a week with that, so you can just listen to it.
Yeah.
Which they did say it's going to be coming later this year or early next year. Which again, I don't know why it would be taking so long, considering it's a YouTube channel. You just start it.
Maybe they're making their own music. Maybe they're making their own tracks.
That is insane. Think about how many hours that would be.
Yeah. Just maybe they're making the tracks.
Yeah, maybe. They also have some other news about it. So that was the end of the fry map. Again, it's not as in depth as some other roadmaps that I've seen, and I've seen some others that give you a little bit more, like Chibi Dinos. There's a lot of stuff they do. But the cool thing that they do have is, again, their community is really cool, and they do have a lot of giveaways. They're fairly common for the moderators or like the general managers, as they call them, to do community giveaways, or to do giveaways into the community. But they also have community giveaways. A lot of the community that own like 10 of these Fast Food Frens will go and then give them out to other people in the community, or just to get more people into the Discord and more people into that community. So that's pretty cool. So if you do see a Fast Food Friend giveaway, more than likely it's probably legit, not like one of those Mechaverse ones you see where it's like retweet, like, tag everybody, and then like they never give anything out. So it's probably something along those lines. The moderators are actually one of the moderators is actually developing a game. It's in beta that you can play. I'll have that link in the description. It's called Deep Fried Friends. I was trying to play it. I couldn't really get it to work right. Okay. So I was doing it on my phone, so it's probably why. They seem to focus again a lot on the holders and keeping them happy with the airdrops. They also do have a Halloween new spooky drop.
That's cool.
And again, kind of how I mentioned with the whole nice airdrop and how that had to be pushed back and all that stuff. So they're moving forward with the fries token, I guess, essentially. And so if you own one of these Fast Food Friends during the Halloween edition drop, you'll actually get a chance for a free bag of fries. Yeah. I see what they're doing here, and it's making me sound crazy. Yeah. And like I kind of like it. It is a ridiculous project, but I mean, it has some traction. The floor price as of this morning was 0.22, so it went up from the last time I saw it. So I think it's pretty cool. And again, these people bought in at 0.02.
I would buy in now at 0.02.
Yeah, So again, if this project's up your alley, I'll have all the links in the descriptions, ranging from their website, OpenSeas, their Discord if you want to join, and even the game if you want to try that out. So yeah, go check out this project. And if there's any other projects, like I always say, if you want me to check them out or bring them up, drop a comment or hit me up on Twitter.
Yep.
And I think I'm going to call the show today. It's starting to rain outside. I'm sure they got picked up on the mics.
It's going to be good.
My producer's telling me no, so that's awesome. Sorry. So thank you, Rick, for being here.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Rob, for being the producer. I'm going to give you a shout out right now. you do things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. And also, again, comment and share this video with everyone you know. And please go follow me at Twitter. Or, God, I did it again. At Twitter. Yeah, me at Twitter. No, me on Twitter at NFTs with Keys, as well as my friends at Argyros Crypto. And that's it. Deuces.
Here I come from the west.